mission has landed again. Today, I've got the privilege of actually doing this with my own blood, my brother from my mother. Guys, thank you very much for the support. I've been checking the numbers. Guys, please don't forget to click, like, subscribe to all our videos. Guys, this is my brother Brutus, Japhta. He actually came to join me. Today's my mother's birthday, so they came through. So I figured, you know what?
And
let's talk.
Having a celebration.
Let's talk.
Family time. Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it's an honor, it's a privilege. I actually, you know what, this is what I want. To be able to speak to different people, get different views, different perspectives, stuff like that. And I'm really, really glad you made it today. I know that there's something that's actually troubling you that you would really like to talk about, and that is what we'll be unpacking today.
Yeah, I'm not basically troubling me, but it's something that has been sitting on my heart for like a while now. And I've been asking this question, and I don't think I've ever actually asked anyone else this question. So after listening to your second episode, that's when I decided to actually just send you the topic to see if by any chance you would like to do it, and you said no, let's do it together. So yeah, just not looking for answers, but basically trying to unpack it a little to get some knowledge from it.
Okay. No, we can do that. Now, just give us what's on your mind, what we'll be discussing, what are we going to try and unpack today?
Yeah, basically, so are generational curses real?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. So basically, it's almost like, am I suffering my father's sins?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or my mother's sins, or whoever's sins, my grandfather's sins or grandmother's sins. Which sins am I suffering? So is it a real thing or not? That is what I'm actually trying to get to. And also the way that we're raised, how we are being conditioned, and how does that fare out in the world after you leave your mother's house, or say your mother's bosoms. How does that fare? Does it help you, or does it actually break you in the long run?
It's crazy. Like when I think about it, especially, let me start first with the conditioning. Remember when you're in a house, you basically, there's a culture that gets created by your parents.
Yeah.
You understand? So your parents created a type of culture, but at the same time, even themselves, they see whatever's out there, right? And what they do is they try to also bring those cultures into your mind. Let's take education for one. You understand?
Yeah.
You must study. You must go get a degree. You must finish your matric. You understand?
Yeah.
And if we look at it, a lot of people, it's not that they're uneducated, but a lot of people have made it without reaching a certain peak in terms of education.
Yeah.
You understand? So they've made it. So education comes in different forms. There's the formal one that we know that you obviously go through school.
Yeah,
right?
that they have a merit for, you need to get this amount to be apparently successful or pass
Something
they
like
want to rate it on.
Yeah. So there's check boxes.
Yeah.
There's check boxes, and you know those things, they have their benefits. I think they have their advantages, but at the same time it can be crippling, because there's a lot of studies that show that a child's creativity is at it's at its best when a child is between, I think, about two going up to 5, 6. You understand? And then moving forward, they start losing that creativity little by little.
Yeah.
And then when they get to high school, then that's when that creativity is almost gone.
Yeah.
Because remember, you are taught to think within a box. But let's move a step back, because we are talking about conditioning, especially in terms of parenting. You understand?
Yeah.
One thing I think I feel, or I've seen, is the fact that some of our parents want us to live life through their eyes. And at the same time, they want us to accomplish what they couldn't, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's almost like they're burdening you with
But their dreams,
with
like
their
what
dreams
they wanted to accomplish and couldn't, and want you to do so that they can actually see that fulfilled. No, I get what you're saying on that.
Yeah. But now, looking at your kids, what would you do different?
With my kids, because they're two different individuals, I need to approach each situation differently with each of them. Nishad is wild. He's more an individual. Like, he's independent and he knows I'm gonna get my way one way or another. I'm gonna get it. And it's not just because he's small, it's because he's strategic.
Okay. Already figured it out.
And then
He knows how to exploit already at the age of 3. This guy.
And then there's the 10-year-old. He's more needy.
Okay.
Like, he needs more, and if he doesn't get it, it depresses him. He needs more attention. He needs more support. He's very bright, but he needs more. Like, he just needs more.
Don't you think it might be the actual situation?
Yeah.
Because remember, with Nishad, he's with you.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the other one is not really with you.
me.
But when he's there, he needs that.
Yeah.
He needs that. So it's almost like you need to overcompensate in some areas with him.
Yeah, I'm actually guilty of that, as to me overcompensating with him.
Okay.
In a lot of cases, I do overcompensate. I do think it is because of the guilt, because I wish that both of them could have been with me like full time,
Yeah.
like Nishad is, but due to circumstances that can't be. So I'm basically parenting him from a distance, and it feels like I get information second-handed.
Okay.
Like, you will tell me a week after he got his report card, for example, that, oh yeah, he did well. You will tell me after a soccer game that, oh, by the way, this Saturday he had a soccer game. As to where you could have told me things like this, and I could have tried to actually be there.
Yeah.
If I was working that Saturday, I would have called in sick. I don't know. But I would have been there, you understand? Yeah. So it feels like at the end of the day, I'm not there for him, but I would love to be there if I get the information.
Okay. No, it makes sense. I think a lot of guys struggle with that.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of guys that struggle with that because based on circumstances where they are unable to see the child full time, or they don't have that free access to the child. Do you understand? But I get you. But at the same time, then we need to learn to be impactful. I think I took one thing away when I said I'm tired of being the good father. And the reason why I said that, I said I want to be an effective father.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I want my kids to understand that for as much as maybe I'm not there, but I am there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, circumstances are very different. And I think with me and you growing up, same house, share mom, we share dad. Yeah, definitely. So it's one of those things where you've seen the struggle that we've gone through.
Yeah.
But one thing I admired about you is that when you said to me once, when I look back, I don't see us having struggled. I actually saw us being good because it was me, you, and mom.
Yeah.
You understand? You saw things differently.
Those were the simplest times. Even though we didn't have everything that we wanted, but whatever we had, that was the simplest times. Honestly,
more than enough.
Yeah, it was more than enough, and it made me happy.
This is a very interesting discussion because I do see a lot of parents forcing their ways upon kids. Do you understand? Because they want to condition them a certain way, and if a child is not acting according, they're either naughty or something's wrong with them.
Disobedient,
and quite frankly, I think I appreciate my mom more because she did give me freedom to do me. Do you understand? And I also don't blame her for giving me that much of freedom. All she wanted me to do was to finish school. I think that she wanted that from both of us.
Both of us, yeah.
You understand?
Just wanted you to do your part, and then she will do the rest. So that was pretty awesome because she gave us that free reign. Say, just do your part, please, and then the rest is up to you. And I think that her way of parenting, not that I'm saying other parents' ways is wrong, but I think her way of parenting, it didn't force us, but it like kind of made us independent. It kind of taught us how to be independent.
Yeah.
Because we weren't always spoon fed. It was a matter of figure it out, and then you come back and tell me what you figured out.
Yeah, because I do see with a lot of kids, or even grown-ups, right? Some of them that's been spoon-fed or been given everything. You know, I look back. There were guys that most probably had it all when I was in high school. You know, even in primary. And then I look back at some of them and I look at their lives. I look at my life. Not that I'm comparing. Don't get me wrong. But I look at whatever external thing that I can observe.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And I say to myself, you know what? I'm actually in a much better position compared to a lot of those guys.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Me, I spoke about on the last episode, had everything, had nothing, had everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about going through those failures. And I think that stems from the fact that we've been given free reign to hit our heads and then to come back and rebuild and, you know, be able to push through.
Yeah.
Now, if you have someone that you're always spoon feeding, by the time they fall and they fail, you know how
They
difficult
won't
it
know
is
how
for
to get up.
Thank you.
They won't know how to get up, and that is why I'm grateful for the way that we were raised. Because I can fairly say, yes, like in the past 5 years, 6 years, I have fallen so many times, but every time I just keep on dragging myself back up. You know, and that is not even what to say. I would go door to door looking for donations so that we can do this. No, I would just like try something, and then if someone else likes it, comes in and say, "Oh, I like that. So can I also be a part of that, or can I just contribute to that?" So I've been fortunate enough that I actually had people around me that actually cared when they saw at least this guy is not just giving up. He's not just sitting. He's trying something.
Yeah.
We might not believe in whatever he's trying, but he's trying something. There's people that's sitting back and like, I lost. But I always keep on
pushing. You're still breathing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm always saying. I always say that because I got up in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's try something else.
Yeah.
What are we gonna try and mess up today?
Which industry are we gonna try and take over? You know?
Understand? You never know what might happen. So when I came to you with that to say generational curses.
Yeah.
I meant in terms of success, the behaviors, the type of people the type of person that you just generally are, because you might find that someone's mother, father was a drunk, but the child is not.
Yeah.
So was there a generational curse or not? You understand?
Or is it a decision that someone made?
Exactly.
Based on what they saw.
Exactly. So that's why I want to know, is there something like that? Because at the end of the day, I think that we have free reign over the choices that we make. So consciously, you make a choice. You can't say, that's why I hate the word, okay, a mistake. No. Yes, you made a mistake, but if you keep on doing that, it's not a mistake anymore.
You're doing it on
if
purpose.
You're doing it the second time, it's not a mistake, it's a choice.
Yeah.
So the first time, yes, I can understand it was a mistake. You didn't know better. But the second time, was it a mistake?
Yeah. No, but I think all human beings can attest to this. Sometimes you do make it the second time again, in the third. You know. But I also don't believe in generational curses. I think what I viewed throughout life and what I've seen, I think people use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Look, I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected because some things are in the genes, guys. Some behaviors seem to be in the genes. But I stand to be corrected. I fairly believe that sometimes we want to blame other things other than ourselves. We lack accountability. We lack taking responsibility, you know?
Yeah.
And we forget that actions have consequences. even non-actions have consequences at the end of the day, you know.
And it's
So
all
it's things like that we don't think about and that we don't realize. To say that, you know what, if I don't take accountability for all my things,
Yeah, that is what I call growing up. There's a few people that don't want to grow up, you know, like living in the past, whereas you still go on telling stories from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, holding on when I was the man, you know, and stuff like that. It holds you back. Yes, you were the man once upon a time, but now you need to become the man again. So, how are you going to become the man if you keep on talking about the man that was and not the man that
which is the past and which doesn't matter at the end of the day?
Exactly.
And you know, quite frankly, you can't always reference your success to your past.
Exactly, and then you think that you're gonna always say no, but it was this one, it was that one. No, it was you.
Yeah,
you were there. There's no for me personally, there's no generational curses. The only thing that I can say is that might be a generational curse is probably the way our children look, because grandfathers or great grandfathers, and now look at our children, they look just like us. You understand?
Yeah.
And I don't really believe there is generational curses. I believe that you actually, by the time you get to 18, you are on your own path. I think that is why in our church they would say, okay, sharp. At 16, you get confirmed.
Yeah.
That's them saying, okay,
you're carrying your own cross now.
You're carrying your own cross now.
Yeah.
So I think, in general as well, in life, you need to carry your own burdens. It's not about, because my mother didn't give me this. No. Your mother gave you the best that she could at the time, if she did. Because not everyone has the same circumstances. Yes, there are those that their parents weren't there totally. You understand?
Yeah.
But those people went on to become very successful.
Yeah.
Because they told themselves,
that energy.
I have myself. And since a small age, they told themselves, I have myself and I need to look after myself.
Yeah.
And then you find they're very successful. And you don't find them on talk shows saying, but my mother didn't love me. No, they keep on pushing. They keep on pushing.
That's an agenda, man. I kind of feel that's an agenda. You have to sell the come from poverty kind of a thing.
Yeah,
you understand? I only say, look, you can like there is poverty out there, but poverty is in your mind. Because like I said, I've had nothing sometimes, but I've had something to eat.
Yeah.
I've had clothes on my back. Yes, I consider myself very fortunate and privileged to have gotten these things. Yeah. Do you understand? But the thing is, you can't cry foul every time.
Yeah, true.
You can't play the victim card every time.
Every single time.
You understand? There's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to either man up or woman up and actually do you. It's not everything is not the world. You understand? Yeah. I know I might get shunned for this, but I also hate not hate. Guys, sorry.
Not hate.
I dislike the fact that some of us like to say it's the devil or it's a demon. Sometimes some of your actions is you.
It is
you are the problem. Yeah. Fix you first. You understand? And it comes from here. And guys, do you think that problems don't happen to people that are successful?
It happens to everyone.
It happens to everybody.
Like, it's just how you deal with
Even
it.
people that come from money.
Yeah.
Even people that come from wealth. Things happen to you. You can go to church every single day of your life, pray for 24 hours a day. Something bad will happen. It's that simple. It's the yin and the yang. That's the life we're living in. That's the life we're living in. So we can't be blaming generational curses for certain things happening.
Exactly.
Like my story where I ran over gold, guys. It wasn't fun. I was traumatized for half the day. You understand? Because this goat just got up, he dusted himself off and he ran. He ran. He went on with life. I was traumatized still. You know, I didn't blame anything else. Like sometimes you want to blame certain environments or things, but it was just one of those unfortunate moments that this goat decided to run into my car. It's one of those, my heart was sore. Hey guys, I was traumatized. I kid you not. I was seriously traumatized because I pass these goats every day. And this goat, he dusted himself off and he went on with his life.
And I think that's how we're supposed to be. Dust yourself off and just go. Lay there for 5 minutes like I'm defeated. Okay, now I'm good again.
You understand?
And then you go.
Like I remember days where I used to find myself just sitting on the bed or sitting on a chair and just staring into space, you know, those are the times that I normally know that you are down, eh? You are down now, you know. But those were the moments where I was recreating, where I was reinvesting in the mind.
Yeah.
Because everything starts here. I think people must move away from this generational curses thing. Take it, leave it, fix your mind, guys. Fix the way you think. Fix the way you think. Not everything is a problem in this world.
Yeah.
Not everything is a problem. There are certain things that you have control over, and there are other things you don't. The things that you don't, please leave that.
Let it be, yeah.
It will fix itself.
Yeah,
it will fix itself. You understand? It's one of those things that we just really need to think about. We really need to just soak in it.
Yeah, and I was actually using that in the week still.
Yeah.
Like there was something that was just beyond my control. And I was like, you know what? Okay, it will sort itself out. Let me go and focus on other things that I can. So, and that's what I started working on, sorting out things that is within my control.
Yeah.
Whatever wasn't in my control, guess what? It's Sunday. It like sorted itself out. Like the solution just came.
It's one of
sometimes you just need to leave certain things and like, okay, it will sort itself out. Let me focus on what I can. Call it the circle of control.
You know? But it's true, man. Like, you know, when I look back, I also used to think that maybe I'm just like my father, you know. Things like that would pop up in my mind. Maybe I'm just like him. Maybe I'm no guy. Hey, we're all individuals, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, I've got the genes. I've got the looks like him. I've got this and that. We all look alike, guys. You'll see. You guys will probably be saying that these are twins, but yeah, we look alike. From my son, from my dad, we've got the same faces.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't say generational curses. I cannot use that. The mere reason is because I feel there's certain things I have control over. And the first thing I have control over is my mind.
Exactly. Change,
you understand?
Starts there.
Change starts there. I'm being cognizant of what I take into my mind. Sometimes there are weird thoughts that just creep in. And I have to just like, you know what, I need to get rid of this. You understand? And that comes also from creating good habits, guys. In order to replace a bad habit, you need to create a new good one. You understand? Then trust me, think like what generation, you won't even think about them. You won't even be there. And I might be wrong. One day maybe if someone is gonna hammer me there on Twitter saying, yeah, you're not a psychologist, yeah, you're not a this, you're not a that. Anyway, to me I've lived. I've lived. I'll tell you guys that much. I've lived. You understand? I've lived to see a lot of things. And in the previous episode, I did mention study people's behavior.
Yeah, that's what I always used to love doing.
Yeah, study their behavior. Just watch them. You know, watch them. Amazing creatures, I tell you. Human beings are amazing creatures. It's one of those things where you wonder, really, hey, you know those people that self-justify. You can see this one is wrong, man. This thing is wrong.
But they do not want to accept it. No.
They are not there.
It's not me.
They are not there. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, no. I think we had a situation recently where I actually told the person, you know what? You know what you're doing is wrong. No, but what do you mean? And you know what you are doing is wrong. But you are justifying it because you want your way.
Yeah.
You understand? Fortunately for me, and for my brother as well, we do things in the silence. And we will hit you hard after that. You understand? The proper way, you know? But it's one of those things, eh? People and their generational curses and their funny things. Guys, I'm sorry. I know I'm really coming down hard regarding this one, but I believe you're in control. I believe everybody's in control. Seriously.
You can change any situation you want, but you need to start with the mind. It might not turn out the way you wanted it to be, but it will be close enough.
Earlier on, I asked you how are you with your kids, right? How you would do things differently.
And I never really got to answering that. So, if I could do anything different with either of my kids, nothing. I know that I
Just let
said
them
that.
be.
I know that I said that one doesn't even stay close to me, but nothing.
All you can be is be their father.
All I can be is be their father the way that I have been and do the best that I can, you know. But I would not do anything different with those children. They are so unique, and I love that about both of them. They might look alike, but they're totally different people.
I was watching Jeremiah earlier on, so you saw he's got some buck teeth there, right? So I looked at him. I'm like, Yeri, why do you like the black version of Jaden? You know, I'm like, it's just like, you know, it's like one of those things. It's like, guys, like really, it's like the genes is strong, eh? The Levi's is very strong, eh? Like, come on, guys. I can't run away, guys. I can't. My kids, they've got the looks. I can't run away from them, you know. But you know what I can appreciate is the fact that also they have three very unique ones, and they challenge me, and sometimes not even by saying anything or doing anything, but they challenge me. You know, they teach me more than I've had to learn in a very long time.
Yeah.
Because they'll take me to limits, eh? No, they'll take me to limits, but at the same time, I have to sit back. There was a time, for some time, I was always sitting back, and I would think how to tackle the next the next day, you know, how to do this, how to do that, and it wasn't always easy. It wasn't always easy, and as they grow,
it doesn't get
any easier. Do you understand? Because now I need to let go of certain notions to say that, yeah, my child won't do this, my child won't be this kind of a person.
Yeah.
And then it turns around and
do that.
The universe says, I'll show you flames, and then they do exactly what you don't want. You understand? But now I just realized that you need to be able to engage regularly.
Yeah.
But now it's a bit more difficult when you're with a teenager that loves a phone, that loves, you know, how do you engage regularly? Sometimes, you know,
and they don't really respond much. It's just, I'm fine. Okay, cool. Then go
how
back
do you
to
deal
their
with
phone.
that? How do you deal with that?
So probably take them on camping where there's no signal. None.
I was thinking about that because our last fishing trip,
so now we must talk.
Our last fishing trip we went to, there was no signal. Somewhere in Paris. Yeah. So I'm actually thinking about something like that because it will force you to have a conversation.
Must talk. We must interact.
No, I think it's time, guys. I think it's time, and I think it's also why a lot of us we are struggling in terms of getting things right with our kids. We force situations.
Yeah.
And we want them to follow too many rules, yet we forget that we were kids ourselves once upon a time. We had our unruly times once upon a time, you know, and we got this far. Can you just trust that they can also do the right decisions? They'll make the right decisions as they go along.
If you show them that you can actually trust them,
I
think they'll actually make the right decisions by themselves. Like they'll be like, okay, no, even though my dad didn't say this, but I don't think I want to do this. I'm out.
It will hit home. It will hit home, especially if you preached it 100 times to them. One day it will sit in their mind and be like, yeah, no, I think it's time. Yeah. But they will grow up. They will grow up, and they will get to the point where they do the right things.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Live their lives.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And it's one of those things that we just have to think about. You know.
Yeah. Just kind of push them till they're 18, and then
even further, trust me. Because remember, what if you want to be a doctor?
Yeah.
You're still going to be pushing. A lawyer?
A few years.
You still be pushing, isn't it? It's one of those things where you just think to yourself, it won't end. I look at Ma. When I look at Ma, I realize, there's times I still call. I'm like, hey, Ma, it's happening. You understand? So it doesn't end. It will always be there. The one thing I think I would love to have is that open door policy where my kids know that they can speak to me about anything at any time. Because I don't think it would be nice for them to be out there in the world and not know that they can count on their parents.
Can come back to you.
And talk to you about the hard stuff.
No, I agree with that.
You understand?
Because that is not spoon feeding, that is parenting. Spoon feeding is I just give and give and give. You know,
With no
and
stopping.
I don't know if it was you or someone that made an example the last time that said there's some parents out there that when you turn like 18, they say, okay, you go into varsity. After varsity, if you move back into a house, you need to pay rent, you need to contribute for the food. You understand? So that is teaching them a sense of responsibility.
Yeah, you need to pay rent, you need to pay boarding and lodging.
Yeah.
You need to pay boarding and lodging. Because the thing is, I think we've got this notion also where your kid got a job, he buys a car, you're happy for it. No, he bought expenditure. He got more expenses. How can you be happy for that? He got more expenses.
Yeah.
Huh? Tomorrow he's going to be asking you for petrol money.
Exactly.
Huh? No, come on. The car breaks down, he's going to tell you he doesn't
Now
have
you must
money
fix,
for...
Now you must fix the car.
No. He must know that he needs to feed first at home the people that he needs to feed. Because one, he's going to have kids. And then what?
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to feed those kids?
Even that money that he is using on a car, rather buy yourself an apartment. You don't have to stay in it. Rent it out.
Thank you.
Understand?
And I think that's the kind of education we're not preaching to our kids.
Yeah. Because in most of the hoods, what we do is we drive around with our fancy cars, and these kids see that.
We do.
And then it's like, yes, like as soon as I get a job,
I'm doing that.
I'm doing that.
Look at him.
And they don't even care if they earn 10,000 rand. The car's installment can be 8,000. It's fine. I'm gonna get it.
They're doing it.
Understand? Instead of saying that my installment for my apartment is 8,000 rands, at least I'm paying that off. But I know that the tenants that I have, something is coming in, so I can pay it off faster.
They pay for it. But we don't see it that way. I remember having a friend in Brutus that actually bought an apartment and she rented it out. And I was like, why did you do that? And she's like, I actually don't know. I was just being impulsive. But I'm like, you know how brilliant that is?
Yeah.
Because now you do have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You understand? If something were to happen with your family home, you still have something that you got a place. You understand? It's just sad that in South Africa you pay 20 to 30 years for a house. Woo-wee!
Yeah.
Like maybe in other countries it's worse.
Right now it feels like it's better to rent than to have your own house.
There's other people that's got a lot of money. They've got a lot of money and they don't own property.
Yeah.
So it depends what works for you. You understand? So it's one of those things where you just like, you know what? I don't need this. You understand? But the thing is, you also don't want to leave nothing left for your kids, because the house at least it's an asset that can be sold and that can be used for other things moving forward. So I don't want to downplay that, you know. I don't want to downplay that, but that's generational wealth, and that will be discussed on another topic one day, you know. But yeah, man, dude, thank you for coming through. You know what, man. And I think you saw how what a mission it is to kind of like bring this thing together.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work.
It's week 3 for me.
Yeah.
And it's about it's a few weeks of learning. I'm still learning. Everything that I do, I'm learning. But I'm hoping to grow this thing to have like five like a panel, you know. There must be like 5 of us.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because I kind of feel like we need more voices. We need to be able more opinions, more people coming onto the show. You understand? So the idea is to grow it, and I'm definitely looking to grow it as soon as possible. I'm just praying very hard. I'm meditating as well, guys. That we actually get some studio space. A space where we can have nice, quiet, you know, stuff like that. But at the same time, I like the feel of having some background noises just so now and again, throw people off. Because sometimes, you know what, you always want things to be perfect. Né? You don't even know what perfect is. You don't understand the meaning of perfect. You understand? Because I've never seen anything ever perfect. I don't know what perfect is, because we don't know how to measure perfect. We must just get that thing out of our minds. You understand? We did this. A lot of people wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts.
Courage.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot of courage. Courage, the cowardly dog.
Yeah.
What an oxymoron. So it's one of those things where we just really decided, you know what, guys, we're tackling this world. we're tackling this world. But guys, I'll tell you this much. We are basically, we've got a timer. I still have Uncle Kenzo here, making sure he's directing. Now he's brought in my son here to make sure that they both direct, you know. But guys, I'm growing the team. We are learning together, all of us.
Yeah,
We are all learning together, and that's what I love about this thing. That is that tomorrow you never know where you might catch us.
Yeah.
We might be in the West Rand. We might be in Pretoria. You never know where I'll take my equipment.
Podcast.
Might be a moving podcast. You never know where I'm going to take this thing, eh? But guys, you know what? I'll just like to say thank you very much for the support again. It's amazing. It's amazing just to be able to see what little that we've put in can produce at the end of the day, you know. If there's anything you want to say to my peoples, your peoples, everybody's peoples, last thoughts, because we are wrapping up now.
Basically, like, just get up, dress up, even if you don't feel like it. Like, that first step, trust me, that first step can make a difference. Just get your foot out of bed, and just dress up, get up, dress up, and that can make a difference for the day.
Oh, awesome, amazing stuff, guys. This is King Josh. Final words. It's basically, time is one of the most precious commodities. Use it wisely. Guys, please don't forget to follow us on YouTube, on Spotify. Please don't forget to follow, subscribe, click, do your thing. Please, guys, I am on TikTok now. Hey, I'm on TikTok. Hey, I'm TikToking. Hey, guys, I'm TikToking. Huh? Please share. I was reminded by the producer. Please like and share. Please, guys, please. Let's grow this so that we can make sure that we get a proper studio.
Turn on the notification bell.
And please turn on the notification bell. That comes from Uncle Kenzo. Please turn it on. Turn it on. If you don't know how to, guys, call Uncle Kenzo. I'll leave his number there at the bottom. He will direct you. But guys, it's been amazing. We are losing some sunlight here. So guys, it's been amazing. Thank you very much. Can't wait for the next insert. Please stay tuned because there's a lot more coming. Thank you. Goodbye.